I'm Thomas, Scottish Boxing News here with Jack Turner. Jack, how are we doing today?
I'm good, thank you. How's yourself?
Not too bad.
Good stuff.
Obviously signed with MTK this week. Just talk us through what made you sort of sign and things like that.
So signed with MTK, obviously massive organisation. So reason being was the biggest in the business I'm seeing at the moment. So they're doing great things for people, especially boxers and Scottish boxers especially. Do you know what I mean? With Danny's training over here with them and with people over here. So so MTK are definitely, they were at my sights and I got the chance to sign, so wasn't knocking that back.
For sure.
So
when did Danny sort of first speak to you?
Me and Danny got in contact when I was training with Alex Arthur at the time, and I was training over in Edinburgh with Alex and that, and we sort of went with kind of MTK, and then Danny contacted me, and we kind of went for there, and just as soon as I got the paperwork in front of me, I just signed. It was like, let's get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
So.
Was there anyone else sort of looking to sign you at all, or just?
No, I kind of had my visions on MTK, so I was happy. Well, I got my outcome what I wanted. Do you know what I mean? So I was happy with that.
Fair enough. How did you get into the boxing?
So it was a funny one. I used to play football, so I was playing football at the time, and my brother drove up and was like, "Do you want to try boxing? Your uncle's opened a gym." So it was Doody's BC. I started that, so kind of just got into it. First hit the bag, I was like, "Oh, I love this." Do you know what I mean? This is something I can do. Do you know what I mean? I'm liking this. So that was how it all kind of started, and it just spiraled out of control, should we say? We end up here.
Yeah, good stuff. Talk us just through some of your amateur background, sort of.
Yeah, no, amateurs I done obviously quite a bit, won numerous titles and all that kind of stuff, but didn't feel that I got to kind of show myself in amateurs the way that I wanted to. I never kind of got put forward and all that, and I don't know if that's just due to the politics of it. I felt as if I was doing what I needed to do, but nothing was coming back to me. But I done all in Scottish titles, Western District titles, all that kind of stuff. So I done pretty well as an amateur, but going into the professionals, I expect myself to do a lot more. Do you know what I mean? So looking forward to it.
When you talk about the politics there, I'm assuming just getting that, obviously you're only allowed one boxer from each nation at each weight.
Yeah.
So things like Commonwealth Games and
Commonwealth Games, yeah. So obviously I fought Lee McGregor in the final of the Scottish. Obviously Lee's a great boy. Can't take that away from him. He's an excellent boy fighting for the Commonwealth title coming up. So credit to him. I'll be rooting for him as a Scottish boy. So, but I kind of, obviously after that fight, it's a fight. People were like, oh, this and that, and then Lee turned professional. So that kind of opened the games for me, and I still never got the call up. And I was like, oh, do you know what I mean? I was meant to be going to the games and all that kind of stuff, but these things happen. So
yeah. Frustrating, I guess, from a personal point of view.
Yeah, definitely. It was a kind of kick me where I was down, but do you know what? It's maybe what's for you won't go past you, as they say. So just take it like that.
Yeah, I was going to say you obviously fought Lee, and I heard it was quite a contest. That
yeah,
one.
it was a great fight. Do you know what I mean? There was quite a build up to it. Me and Lee being just kind of boxers being boxers, I suppose. But yeah, it was a great fight. Do you know what I mean? It was one of the ones where, and I hope to meet him in the pros. Do you know what I mean? That's what I want to do. Hopefully we can get that on, and later down the line, obviously he's going for his Commonwealth title, which I wish him all the luck in the world, because at the end of the day, boxing's boxing. You're going there to fight. That's how it is. But yeah, all best to him. And in my career, we'll meet each other. But until that day comes, we just plod on and dismantle who's in front of us at the
time. For people who haven't seen you box, if you're going to describe your style, how would you?
Well, it's been a bit of a change up. I used to be a counter puncher on the back foot, so ever since doing that transition and turning professional, I've learned to come forward on the front foot, move in, catch, defence. So when I go in there, it's kind of seek and destroy. I'm quite a big puncher for the weight, so when I go in there, it's going to be like all guns blazing. I'm hopefully taking heads off.
You're obviously quite young as well to be turning pro. Did you consider sort of staying in amateurs a bit longer, or did you just want to get into the professional?
I think after the whole Games thing, not going to the Commonwealth Games, that was when I was like, nah, let's turn over and get the ball rolling. Better starting sooner than later, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I was like, let's just get it started.
Yeah, fair enough. And we're saying sort of off camera just at the start that super bantamweight was sort of the
super bantamweight. That's what we're looking at. So we're going to see how that goes, and that's what I'll make that comfortably, and I'm really tall for the weight, so I think that will suit me perfectly. So definitely super bantamweight, and there's a lot of good competition at it. Do you know what I mean? So it'll be. I'm not looking for any easy route. I'm looking to get in there and mix it with the best.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Another super bantamweight here, Joe Ham.
Joe Ham, yeah, Joe obviously an excellent boy, a really good boy. I trained with him. I trained with Hayfield for 6 years, I think it was. So I know Joe inside out. We know each other. Excellent fighter. But yeah, down the line, me and Joe could definitely fight, which is something I would look forward to 100%.
It's exciting seeing like that as potential.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a long way down.
It's a bit down the line, but definitely it is exciting because as Joe's a great boy, and so that would be a fight that I'd dream of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Getting the chance to, as an old teammate as well, so getting to kind of mix it in there and go to town with him, as we say. But yeah, definitely.
Good stuff. When are you sort of looking to make your debut?
Well, me and Danny had talks at the meeting, and he was hoping to get me out on the 30th of November on the Emirates show.
Okay.
So that one's what we're kind of looking for and aiming for. Then I've not had any word of it being that one yet, but and then now I'm just training for it regardless. So hopefully 30th of November, that's when the debut will be.
Fair enough, and I guess like that's pending all the medical and things like that.
Yeah, that's all medical, all that stuff, all that's kind of done. We're kind of going to, I think we'll start going through that ASAP. So 30th of November is hopefully, that's what we're going for.
Good stuff. Do you have a job outside of
Well,
boxing?
I gave up my job to become a full-time boxer. I was a stonemason. So I done that and worked with a boy, Callum Malotti. So he's actually going to be one of my sponsors. So you know what I mean, Callum Malotti Stonemasons, which is great. And I've had another boy through in Edinburgh, PC Construction, so he's been absolutely fantastic. He's been there for the whole thing turning over. He's paying my medical and all that kind of stuff, so he's been great. He's my main sponsor, so he's absolutely brilliant with me. Can't thank him enough. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can boxers need these things. Do you know what I mean? Because it's when you try and turn over for quitting jobs to doing it gets tough. Yeah. But I think with these kind of people helping us out and grinding it out, it's all worth it. Do you know what I mean?
I'm going to say having sponsors this early on is a massive.
It's a massive thing to have. Yeah, it's big to have, and it's one of the things it's needed. So. Do you know what I mean? It's hard without it, and so having them it's a peace of mind, and knowing I can box full time and concentrate on what I want to achieve.
Yeah. You're obviously boxing mainly out of the Martin's gym down
in Yeah, I box out here, so it's a great gym, and that's just a total boxing atmosphere. You come into the gym, everybody's sweating out, and you end up looking, and everybody's got to town in the ring, so you're just like, well, this is good. You know what I mean, this is the place to be.
Right.
But I love it here, I do. It's good gym.
You've obviously got Nate Collins as well, who's
a fan,
starting not too long.
When's he out? Is
October 6th, I think.
That's it. So I'm looking forward to Nathaniel. Nathaniel's one of my best mates. So obviously trained with him through. He went to the games. Excellent fighter. Some prospect. You know what I mean? Great. Tricky southpaw and can punch as well. So I'm looking forward to see him out there and doing what he has to do. Because yeah, definitely I think he'll be a force to be reckoned with.
Was it exciting sort of seeing people sort of the same age or alongside you, sort of when you're talking about like Lee McGregor, he's up for a Commonwealth title, you've got other guys who were sort of around you like in Commonwealth Games and now with like, the likes of like Matchroom and Frank and everyone. Like.
Yeah, it's good to see everybody kind of, the boys I'd all trained with in the national team and all that doing their thing. It's nice to see, especially Scottish fighters, as you're saying, John Docherty, Nathaniel, Lee McGregor, all doing great things. Do you know what I mean? I'll be rooting for every one of them. You know what I mean? Regardless of that your weight or not, it's I'll be rooting for them. It's Scottish at the end of the day, and that's how it goes.
Yeah.
I think everybody should be the same.
Yeah. With like the Scottish scene, I think it's sort of fair to say it had a bit of a dip in the last sort of like 4 or 5 years, but it seems to be picking up a bit more.
110%. It was Scottish boxing was kind of getting brushed under the carpet, and there was nothing coming out yet. So it's a new lease of life having all these fighters. Do you know what I mean? Doing their thing. It's absolutely fantastic to see. So I'm looking forward to everybody achieving what they've got to achieve, and all best of luck to every one of them. And I'll be doing the exact same. Try to achieve what I can. Do you know what I mean? Good
stuff. What are sort of your hopes and aspirations from boxing? What would you, at the end of the day, would you be like? I've had a good career. What would?
Definitely world champion. That's obviously everybody's dream, but I know what I'm capable of, and I do believe when I come down the line and later on that I definitely will have world titles. I don't just want one. You know what I mean? I want to do what like Ricky Burns has done. I mean, 3-weight world champion, first one in Scotland to ever do it. that's what I want. I want that kind of stuff. But I want to travel down the British title route, Commonwealth titles. You know what I mean? My favourite belt is best looking as a British title, and I think everybody kind of agrees. It's stunning. So definitely down that route, and then definitely going to winning some world titles, which I'm fully focused on, 110%. But
I'm ambitious, but I suppose you got to be in.
You got to be. That's what I mean. It's as everybody says. It's not always about fighting in this game. It's honestly it's mindset. It's everything. So I think if you have your goals and you really drive for them, it's anybody can achieve it. So I'm just looking forward to tunnel vision and right to it.
Good stuff. Do you put a time frame on it at all? Like when you're sort of looking to be in those sorts of fights, like the title fights? To start
Yeah,
with?
I'd hopefully like to have a British title within 2 years of turning professional. That's what I don't want to have. I want to obviously learn the game and that, but I think myself and when people actually see me, it'll be like MTK will start to push me forward, and I definitely would love a British title within 2 years of my career, 100%. That's the aim. That's what I've got my target set on. So I'll hope everything goes well and we kind of get that.
What's the reception sort of been with your sort of family and friends since you turned pro?
Yeah, everybody's kind of been great. Do you know what I mean? It's been amazing, especially like my brother and all that. I've got a brother Ryan who's been fantastic with me. He's totally took me under his wing. He's amazing, and obviously my mum and my girlfriend. There's like, especially your girlfriend, I think it's like boxing and you've got to train and all that kind of stuff, and you come home, she's cooking your meals, and so they're doing it as much as you're doing it.
Yeah.
The same with my brother, he does it as well, so he's out working and all that, and sometimes when I can't afford things he provides my boxing because he knows it's what I want to do. So everybody's been amazing, I must admit, everybody's been absolutely excellent.
Buying into what you're hoping to achieve, I guess.
Yeah, they're all rooting for me, which is good. It's the thing, they're all get the same mindset as me, they believe I can do it. So, and obviously it's something I want to do, and I promised my granddad that before he passed, so that's why it's kind of, I've got it set in my head. Do you know what I mean? I said to him, listen, this is what I'll do. So yeah, definitely 100%.
Was your granddad a big boxing fan, if you don't mind me asking?
Actually no, he wasn't, to be fair. He wasn't. He hated me doing it when I'd come in, when they took the head guards off with cuts and bruises, and after fights he'd be like, don't talk to me. But when the time came that he had to move on, and he's kind of, we were in the last kind of, that's what he said to me, and I believe you can do it. So that kind of drives me, because he was my father. Do you know what I mean? That's the way I see it. It was a father-son bond, so it was like no other. So when I promised him that, he said that, that's when everything's like, right, okay, we got to get that. So definitely.
Was he looking after you then?
Yeah. He looked after me and all that. So he was, obviously I had my mum and that, but I ended up staying with my gran and granda, and so doing that, I moved in with him, and they were just totally amazing with me. And my granda he was my everything. Do you know what I mean? So he was, when times get tough, it was, and then when I was boxing as well, when he ended up having cancer, so I became his carer. So when I was boxing, tried to be his carer and all that kind of stuff to help, because he just didn't want anybody else. He felt embarrassed, as older generation do. They were made differently. They were to the generations now. Older generations were made differently. So doing that, and that's just one of the things that happens. So we kind of not moved on for it, but I've learned to cope with it, and I'll definitely achieve what I promised them.
Yeah, that sounds really tough going, especially for someone sort of your age having that.
It's one of the things. It's not a sob story, then. It's just it's how it is. And at the end of the day, there's people out there that's a lot worse than me, and the way they've got to deal with their family things. Do you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it happens, and I've kind of kept going with it and just make him proud and achieve what I promised him. That's definitely what I want to do.
Yeah, thanks for talking about that, by the way.
No worries.
Obviously, if you're making your debut at the Emirates, that's quite a place to do it in front of the bright lights.
Oh, definitely. That's a great start. Do you know what I mean? And so I don't think you can ask for any better than that. In a big arena, all the Scottish boxers fight. I think Rhys McFadden's on it, another great fighter. So definitely, it'll be wanting to come to and see everybody, all the Scottish talent, going to work on people.
Yeah.
So looking forward to it.
Good stuff. And obviously a British title fight at your old weight. Later this month, actually, it's next week, I think, with Cash Farouk and Jamie Wilson. Have you boxed with either of them before?
I fought Cash in the amateurs, so that was a great fight. And Cash is a great boy. Do you know what I mean? Really good boy. And Jamie, I've sparred a good few rounds with him, so I know what he's like. But I think, in my personal opinion, I think Cash will come out British champion. He's just, I feel, a bit slicker and all that kind of stuff, but he wouldn't knock back a British title, so all best of luck to Jamie as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I hope they both come out all fine and well-being, and that's it.
Good stuff. Any shout-outs at all, anything? Just obviously you mentioned the sponsors before. If someone was looking to get in touch with you about sponsorship,
yeah, if like anybody wants to sponsor me, but it's not I'm looking for. A lot of people look for money and all that kind of stuff. It's not the case. Anything the littlest helps. So if anybody was willing to sponsor me, that would be, from the bottom of my heart, thankful and grateful for that. But my main sponsor have been PC Construction. Obviously a big shout out to them. They're unbelievable. They've been great with me, so yeah, definitely.
If somebody was looking to sponsor you, what's the best way to get in touch with you on social media?
Probably Instagram and Facebook. Obviously Jack Turner on Facebook, and Instagram's Jack_Turner52. So yeah.
Good stuff. Well, listen, thanks for your time.
No,
appreciate
pleasure.
it. And look forward to debut hopefully in November if all goes well.
Yeah, hopefully all goes well. We can do it.
Perfect.
Thank you.